Hi and welcome to another edition of Ants Innovations. Today we're going to be looking at a Audi A4 Allroad on a 2013 plate, so that's a B8. The symptoms are we're getting vibration stemming from small vibration to large vigorous vibration at varying speeds. The worst being at motorway speeds, so 60-70 mile an hour. So let's get into it and find out what could be the problem. So the first step is to determine whereabouts the vibration is coming from. Is it from the steering wheel? Is it from the brake pedal? Is it the whole car that vibrates? Is it front of the car, rear of the car? In some cases you're not going to be able to determine this, but it's the best place to start. In my case, I'm getting the whole car vibrating and more progressive at speed. Now I tried decelerating and accelerating harshly when the vibration occurs to see if it makes any difference, which it doesn't. I also try steering, braking, again, not really any effect on whether it makes it worse or better. So purely speed reliant. Get to a certain speed, it starts to increase in the intensity of the vibration until you get to around 70 mile an hour, in which case it violently vibrates on some occasions, and therefore you've got to slow right down. So it's definitely relating to speed, this particular vibration problem that we have. So we need to start with the running gear, tyres, wheels, then drive shafts. Then we can look at prop shafts, with it being the Allroad, so the driving force to the rear diff, etc. So that said, let's start with the wheels. So the wheels, we do need to make sure that they're balanced. Being an Allroad, they will go over rough terrain normally, because that's what you buy them for. So make sure that all your wheels have been balanced properly. That is a good, cost-effective and reassurance way to know that rules that out. One more thing to check your tyres. These are new tyres on these, so I'm quite confident I've got no issues with the tyres. However, I am feeling around, making sure I've got no plebs or any bulges on the sidewalls, etc. All the tread looks fine. I'm not starting to get any wear. All seems good. So here we have the new bearing, the centre bearing I was talking about. Obviously just mounts onto the chassis or the bodywork itself. Yeah, it'll be held in place in there. There's the bearing, and here's the rubber outer, which allows for a little bit of torsional movement, which would be required. But I mean, I'm just squeezing that with my fingers as best I can, but very minimal movement. And I dare bet if I had the old one either side and I had my fingers and applied the same pressure, there would be a lot more movement. So giving me confidence that this is the cause of my issue. Right, just thought I'd show you that. Relatively inexpensive part, and hopefully it solves the problem. Dilly dilly. Okay, now we have the car up on the ramps, and I have about half a metre clearance underneath. I can now continue with showing you the fault finding for the vibration that we're getting at speed in this Quattro. So what I've put it down to now is the prop shaft centre bearing. So here we have the prop shaft coming out the end of the gearbox across. Underneath that heat shield there is a centre bearing, because the drive shaft goes up and then comes down on a bit of an angle, so it has to have a join. It comes down on a bit of an angle into the input shaft of the rear diff. Now, if we take a look at the movement in this. Now, bearing in mind it does have a rubber sealer on the bearing to allow some movement. However, when I push and pull on this, we can see a lot of movement there, which will be excessive. So you can imagine this rotating at kind of, 3,000 RPMs at speed. It's going to become oscillated or start oscillating, which is then going to cause the vibration, because it's not a straight through drive, if you like. So hopefully that's what the issue is. I've got the new one ready to fit. It is going in the garage to get fitted because it needs to really go up on ramps. For all this is good, it's still not ideal. So yeah, I'll go up on the ramps. I've got to take the exhaust off, heat shield, disconnect it from both ends, replace the bearing, put it all back together, test drive. So I'll keep you updated when that gets back from the garage and let you know if it resolved the problem. Dilly dilly. So just doing an update now on the Audi A4 Allroad, which had that vibration problem. We've replaced the drive shaft, or the prop shaft, with a replacement from a B8.5 actually, that had only done 86,000 miles. So I've had it up to speed. The last run I done was within the speed limits of 70 mile an hour on the motorway and dual carriageway. So that small amount of movement in that centre bearing was all it took to throw the prop shaft out. And I have about half a metre clearance underneath. I can now continue with showing you the fault finding. However, when I push and pull on this, hopefully that's what the issue is. I've got the new one ready to fit. Okay, so I finally found the issue with the Audi A4 Allroad with the vibration. We replaced the prop shaft for a second-hand one. It had only done 86,000 miles, which I was shown the proof, and that didn't resolve the problem. However, it did stop the car violently vibrating, but then we still had a bit of a rumble. When we pressed the brake, we got a lot of feedback through the brake pedal vibrating, which we didn't have before. So there was potentially two issues. Potentially the prop shaft has sorted one issue out, and the other issue was down to a warped brake disc. So I've replaced both brake discs with new pads. This is the one here. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell. I've had the ruler on it and you can see a gap, but basically this is warped. So what was happening is I'm guessing the piston was slightly sticking, keeping constant pressure onto the disc, heating the disc up, therefore it's warped, and therefore the pad's worn down unevenly. The guides were kind of seized as well. So if I show you the brake pads, which off the gun, capped it, here we go. So you can see there how thin that is on that side, and it's thick on that side. So yeah, they are yeah, if you see that shot there, you can see that they have worn down very unevenly. So I've took it for a test drive, done some braking, and all seems well. So that was it. Prop shaft and warped disc. Dilly dilly.